And I'm sure a background check was not ran on this individual.
Should there have been a background check?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
More drama in Dalton tonight as Mayor Tiffany Henyard's latest hire is now under fire.
Fox 32 has learned that Dalton's new village administrator has had multiple brushes with the law and was fired from a high school for allegedly sexually harassing a 15-year-old girl.
Dane Placco has the latest chapter in this ongoing Dalton investigation.
My next appointment will be for village administrator.
Tuesday night, Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard appointed a new top aide to a $100,000 a year job, 34-year-old Michael A. Smith, who's been active in South suburban politics for years.
The reason for Mike is he have a wealth of great information. He's a young person and ex-politician. He knows the laws like the back of his hand.
Perhaps that's because Smith has been in and out of trouble with the law for years.
I'd like to thank the residents as well as the mayor.
Public reporting shows Smith has been charged at least 8 times with crimes ranging from domestic battery to official misconduct. In 2012, Smith, then a young trustee in Dixmoor, resigned after pleading guilty to theft when he allegedly stole gasoline by posing as a police officer. Then in 2018, Smith was working as an assistant dean at Thornton Fractional High School when he was fired for sexual harassment of a female student, grooming a student with lascivious intent, and inappropriate aggressive behavior towards a male student. According to his termination letter, Smith was accused of contacting a 15-year-old female student on Snapchat with inappropriate comments and making her his girlfriend. Then earlier this year, Smith was fired from the Echo School District for falsifying information on your employment application.
We have a constant pattern of her hiring people without doing a proper background check and presenting it to the board. And that's our issue. That could pose a great danger to our community.
Dalton trustees Brittany Norwood and Tammy Brown
Is alarming.
were not at last night's meeting when Smith was appointed. The 4 Dalton trustees opposed to Henyard postponed the meeting and say none of the action taken was legal.
It's very interesting, considering the fact that she didn't have a quorum. So I don't understand how someone could be appointed.
Smith is replacing Henyard's previous hand-picked village administrator, Keith Freeman, who fell out of favor after he was charged with bankruptcy fraud and is now believed to be cooperating with an FBI investigation into Henyard. But Freeman is apparently still on the village payroll and filling the job.
So can you have a second village administrator?
No. We don't have the finances for that. As you all know, we are definitely in a financial bind, and we cannot afford 2 village administrators.
Henyard's attorney, Bo Brindley, provided us with a response from Smith, saying, quote, DCFS did a full investigation and found the allegations were unsupported. All the charges against Smith were ultimately dismissed, with the exception of a single petty misdemeanor. Mayor Henyard renounces efforts by any individual to denounce a man's character based on unfounded allegations and charges that have been dismissed. Smith was already working today at Dalton Village Hall. Trustees say they'll try to take action at their next board meeting to block his fire.
As a neighboring resident in the village of Riverdale, and I like to see people involved in the media, but here it is. I have an indicted mayor that's serving in our community, and we don't have this much media coverage going on. But we over here having media coverage here, and we don't put out the good things that is happening. But you guys got to connect the dots, D-O-T-T-S, dots. All of this stuff is coming about.
Who said that, ma'am?
Michael A. Smith.
He's this guy?
Yeah.
Did you say that her son was murdered because Mayor Tiffany Henyard she didn't support?
Don't come on my face. First of all, take your phone out of my face.
Did you say that her son was murdered because she didn't support?
Take your phone out of my face.
Did you say that she was murdered?
Take your phone out of my face, man. What's wrong with you?
I'm asking you a question.
You don't come in my face with your phone.
I'm asking you a question.
Take your phone out of my face, dude.
Okay, Mike, 1 second. Go to the mic. You're gonna start it. All right, go ahead.
It's not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or whether the doer of the deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives diligently, who errs, who comes short again and again, because there is no effort without error and shortcoming.
You want me to publish it?
But who does actually strive to do the deeds, who knows great enthusiasm, the great devotion, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end the triumph of the achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat. My message tonight to all of the residents of Thornton Township: I've watched people disrespect leadership. I challenge you to take on becoming a leader and sitting in that seat, because you don't know what it means to sit in that seat and have to endure the things that you have to endure, the meetings you go to, trying to help your residents, trying to help your one to train. And I'm going to say it, you need training. You need to understand your position and the power of your position, not to create laws against an individual, not to create rules against an individual. Because I'm going to tell you what we're going to watch. If this supervisor does not get reelected, they're going to revoke all the things that they've done before. This is what I'm going to say. I'm going to say, you guys need to learn government.
Okay, God.
Learn government. Learn government. Learn government. Government official. You are elected by the people to have duties. Certain things do not belong in the public. And you and Mr. Paul put this thing together. Y'all wanted to have this rally and this type of stuff. This is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You broke down everything in this township, but you forgot to tell the people too you were in Las Vegas, right? Didn't you go to Las Vegas?
Not last year.
Did you go to Las Vegas? Answer my question. Did you go to Las Vegas?
The first year I did, so I know that the township has no business.
Did you go to Las Vegas?
The township has no business.
Yes, you did.
Because I know.
Yes, you did. You were there. You were there. You were at Las Vegas. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yes, you were. Because you couldn't get a second. It's terrible. It's terrible. It's terrible. It's terrible. It's terrible. And then you got an office in Calumet City. Should our records be in Calumet City City Hall? No, they should not. They should not. They should be here at the township. Let's talk the truth. Let's talk the truth. It's all about you because you wanted to be a supervisor. Well, the people didn't put you there. They didn't put you there. They didn't put you there. They didn't vote for you. They didn't vote for you.
Thank you, Mr. Smith.
I'd like to ask the trustees if any of you are personal friends with the owner of W&W, because Michael Smith is, and I can prove it. Tiffany, you are. And have you ever been to my business?
Yeah, I have.
Have you?
Yeah.
Thank you. For what reason? Don't say it.
So you gave
Thank
me
you, Mayor.
basically.
You're doing a good job. I say Wes's and Airline do the towing.
You say what?
Wes's and Airline should be doing the towing because you're personal friends with the owner of W&W, and so is Michael Smith.
Just because Michael is don't mean I am.
Just because Michael is, thank you. Have a good night. Thank you, trustees and residents. Just because Michael is. Who is Michael to you?
So, what they got to do with anything?
Thank you, Tiffany.
Okay.
Just because Michael is.
Okay.
Boyfriend.
Can we have order, please? Order in the audience, please.
Celebrate Juneteenth. We come to a meeting here, and instead of us being professional,
He was in here before we got
we're carrying on in a manner it's disrespectful. It's disrespectful, number one, to the supervisor that holds that seat. Number two, we teach our young people
preaching about being respectful, and we come to a meeting and we see disrupt. We see disrupt. But not only do we see disrupt, we see individuals that have an agenda. They have an agenda. And the agenda is based on what's happening in Dalton. It's about what's happening in Dalton. This has nothing to do with Thornton Township. You guys need to leave your fight in Dalton. This is about Thornton Township. I sat here.
Let's have some order.
You get it knocked down. You did not.
This is a separate form of government. You have Dalton, which is the village, and you have the township. As being a former elected official, let me explain to you the Open Meetings Act. When you come to a board meeting, the Board of Trustees, along with the supervisor, sets the rules when it comes to public participation. They can allow you either 2 or either 3 minutes, okay? This government have always selected you to speak for 2 minutes. All right? I remember coming to township meetings, and I'm glad to see we have a lot of residents here. When it was myself, Trustee Jerry Jones, at that time, Trustee Everett was on the board. This was before Gonzalez was here. And at the time, I was probably maybe the only resident from the township attending. But I'm glad to see that we're here. But we need to recycle our focus. We're down in an individual that brought over millions of dollars. This Rick is here before. We never had that before. This was a government that was functioning, that was running. And I want to commend those trustees for the work that you're doing to better our township.
I came this evening. I wanted to thank you for giving me my FOIAs. I wanted to address the FOIAs that I received. The FOIAs I received was due to about the trips. I know there's been a lot about the trips going on here in Thornton Township, but they never talked about the individuals that went on the trips or booked the trips. And so I have in my possession over 545 pages, which show Trustee Carmen Carlisle booking the trips, booking the air flights with Mr. Freeman's credit card. All of this information is there. But not only that, it showed that Ms. Carlisle were missing a lot of receipts to a lot of things. And I referenced an email in which Robert was asking her about receipts to different things. I'm very disappointed because this very trustee came to this meeting last month and talked about how she has no trust in the supervisor. Well, we have no trust in you. You very well was a part of these trips, booking the hotels, with the credit cards, but everybody, the news never told us who were the individuals doing this. You, in fact, did that, and I have all the FOIAs that show that. I have no FOIAs that show Supervisor Henry's name on anything, but I see FOIAs with Keith Freeman's name and your name, and you using Keith Freeman's credit card to do things here in Thornton Township. That's a very much concern of mine, and you sit as a trustee. The other thing that I have to address is we talk about budgets. Was it important to have a budget when you were booking the trips, going on the hotels, renting cars? It's so much that's in this 545 pages that I admonish every resident to get the facts for yourself and know who was doing what. The other thing that I wanted to talk about is I put in a FOIA about texting. We have individuals that text during the meeting, and I want to let you know that your phones are FOIAble. They are FOIAble. There is a case law where your electronic devices that you use during the meeting is FOIAble. I will be FOIAing. I also have FOIA'd and have not received my FOIA
but I sent it to the Attorney General's office, and I'm waiting on my response. Because you cannot use your phone in a public meeting and text. That is against the law. All right? That is against the law. The other thing that I wanted to address, Robert Rules of Order. Robert Rules of Order. I watched here in this meeting where trustees, there's a motion, there's a second, there's always debate. There's no going to roll call. There's no going to roll call. So I asked.
Hold it back there. Y'all keep us here all night long.
It's over with, ain't it? Buying that money. We shaking up pockets for the rain.
Motion to adjourn?
Yeah, dang.
Motion to adjourn.
My battery died at the right time.
They all
the right second.
Motion to go.
Trina.
I'm gone.
Trustee Gonzalez? Yes.
I appreciate
Trustee
you.
Carlisle? Trustee Gray Everett?
I'm definitely going to order one of those. I like that.
Trustee
Really
Henry?
nice, smooth.